The squads for the series, the T20 ODI and Test series against South Africa was announced last night. True to reports, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli's names were absent, but here are a few takeaways from that announcement. Let's start with the T20 squad first, as this is the inadvertent year of the T20s owing to the World Cup. Some of the seniors are not present owing to injuries and just their personal choice, like the names that were mentioned earlier, and of course, Hardik Pandya to add to that list. Then there is the exclusion of KL Rahul. That makes us ask the question, is it a rest or does he even figure in the T20 World Cup plans with explosive batters across the lineup being picked like Yashasvi Jaiswal, Jitesh, Ishan and of course Rinku, who are pushing for a place in the 11 come the World Cup. Also, Virat Kohli has not played a T20 since 2022. If he were to be part of the 11, then his role, which is that of a steady number 3, will need two explosive openers right at the top to give that impetus. Something to think about and very few T20 matches to try and figure it out in. And then there's, of course, the question of the latest form and the IPL, that the IPL, of course, often throws up exciting prospects, which is bound to happen this coming season too, to make the decisions of the selection committee and those involved all the more difficult yet fun. Moving to the one-dayers, Akshar Patel, Sanju Samson have come back for various reasons. Tamil Nadu find Sai Sudarshan, who is creating a lot of waves and holds a lot of promise in the years to come, has been picked in here. Massive boost for this young lad, also who plays for the Gujarat Titans in the Indian Premier League. On to the Test series. You can literally hear the sadness as Cheteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane don't find their names in this list. Is it curtains for two very prolific careers, especially in Test cricket? But the good news, of course, Jasprit Bumrah's comeback to Test is extremely heartening, especially after his injury scare that made many of us dread that he would hit the pause button on his Test career. The one thing, of course, to note, just 3 cricketers have been called up for all 3 squads, telling us that the board has faith in their abilities across all formats. That's Ruturaj Gaikwad, Shreyas Iyer, and one man who's shot to prominence recently post his IPL stint with the Chennai Super Kings, Mukesh Kumar. Now, I caught up with former India cricketer and one who's won the ODI World Cup in 2011, Piyush Chawla, to speak about India's road to the T20 World Cup. And he vehemently said Rohit Sharma was his captain. That and lots more. Listen in. Yes, joining me is someone who's a man of many, many roles right now. He's been a former India player. He's won a World Cup, of course. He's won IPL titles. He's now with the Mumbai Indians. He's also a commentator. He's playing Vijay Hazare as well. Too many things happening, Piyush Chawla. Thank you so much for joining in.
Yeah, you're most welcome. And yeah, too many things, which is good to have so many options on your plate always. So yeah, I'm enjoying the role. Be it as a player or as a broadcaster, I'm enjoying every bit of it.
Yes, and we can see that, of course. But let's get down to the details, as we say. First up, you were doing commentary during the World Cup. We saw that. How would you sum up a very disheartening campaign for Team India? Looked really good right till the final hurdle.
Well, I won't say disheartening. Obviously, you all World Cup, but the way the team played throughout the World Cup, winning 10 games on the trot, that was really good. And you obviously, as an Indian fan, as a player, as, well-wisher, everything, we wanted team to win the World Cup. But that didn't happen on that particular day. Australia played better cricket. And I think it was a sad thing as a fan, as a cricketer, but you have to take these things to your chin.
Yes, rightfully said. But you know a lot of the players who are part of the outfit currently, someone like Rohit Sharma, who's captained, you've been a part of the dressing room with him. How would you see someone like him going through this? We heard that he obviously broke down in the dressing room, but what would a state of mind for a leader who's experienced this loss, what would be going through him?
Well, obviously, we all know how much he was looking forward as a captain to this World Cup. And the way, as I mentioned, the way team played throughout the World Cup, we all were expecting the cup will come home. But that didn't happen. So he was, he was heartbroken. He was really upset about it. But he also played so much cricket throughout his life. And he knows how to take all these things to the chin. And he'll move on because you have no choice as a player because you have to get up again, go
Yeah.
to your training again, and start the things again.
Correct. And even as a lot of reports are right now emerging, Piyush, of, obviously him taking a bit of break, and rightfully so. They've played a lot of cricket, and there is much more cricket left because we have a T20 World Cup, another World Cup in 7 months. How do you see the certainty? I mean, as Rohit, as a captain at this World Cup, and do you see him to be the undoubted captain, without any doubt, him to lead the side for the T20 World Cup as well?
Well, it totally depends on him because the kind of campaign he had in the 50-over World Cup, and we all know the kind of impact he had as a batter, not only as a captain. Because I always say Rohit is not a captain, he's a leader. He set an example for everyone. And the way he was leading the side in the World Cup, the way he was, setting up the tone in every game. Because we have seen that India is scoring that many runs, 340, 320 on a difficult pitches. So Rohit was one of the main reason. If you see, he was giving you a flying start. So the kind of form he has shown, the kind of impact he has shown, I would definitely love to have him as a captain in the T20 World Cup.
A word on Suryakumar's captaincy as well, Piyush. How do you see him coming in as a stopgap captain, of course? How do you see his role?
Well, we all know him what kind of a guy he is. He's a very chilled out kind of a guy and he loves his cricket and the way he leads. He's somebody who always there to support the players and that's what you want from your captain. So he's always there for the players.
T20 World Cup 7 months from now, what would you say if you were part of that think tank at the T20 dressing room and you've been part of a lot of successful campaigns of T20 outfit? What would the talk be to shake this off and focus on something else? And ideally, what should be the preparation like?
See, the games which a India team is supposed to play before the World Cup, there are not too many games.
Yes.
When you talk about the India versus playing bilateral series against the different teams.
Yeah.
But IPL, obviously, it's also a brilliant tournament and the players who are already playing for India and the players who are going to play IPL. So from there, you can pick few of the players as well, looking at their current form. Because for me, T20 is something where you have to look at the current form as well. And we do talk about youth, but I think experience is also important. And looking at that, and as I mentioned, it totally depends on Virat and Rohit whether they want to play T20 or not.